to get used to being alone. If you're not used to being alone, you're not gonna have a fulfilling life when you are. It's like running away from yourself. When you run away from who you are, you're not really gonna understand anything about the world, let alone yourself. But if you really think about it correctly, people just don't understand these things. Some people want the easy way out. Sometimes the easy way out isn't the best way out. There's a lot of situations you can apply this to. Suicide, life. Some people, they don't ever find out who they are, and they don't really care. You know, that doesn't matter. I find it funny how a lot of people don't really don't really have a good understanding of life. I don't know if it's just on my head the curve, or if everybody's a retard. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of thinking all the time if everybody is just a dumbass. Because everybody's getting caught up in these short-ass lame situations. Not like I never do, don't get me wrong. I do. I'm a victim of that, and I think everybody is, but it's realizing that you're in it and still thinking outwardly at times. If you don't think outwardly ever, you're gonna figure things out. How are you gonna understand what type of situation you're in, what's happening around you? You know, some people never take a look around to really see what's going on. You know, and sometimes the people you know could just, you know, they aren't really, you don't really know them. They don't really know you. Some people gotta take more time to think about these types of things. You know, sometimes when I'm reading books, it makes me think about things that I never would have thought about. You're reading someone's knowledge, someone's life in your hands that they've written out for you to read. It's kind of cool to think about if you really put some thought into it. When you read books, you don't really think like that. You don't really think that this person put their whole life in dedication for you to read and understand it. A lot of people don't really do that these days, and a lot of people are really caught up. It makes me wonder, are people on autopilot all the time? Because you wake up, you eat, and you do normal human things, and you go back to sleep like that. Like, are you really in control? Like, if you ask yourself that, ask yourself, am I really in control? Are you really thinking to yourself? Are you really conscious when you're eating food, when you're taking a shower, when you're playing video games, when you're outside enjoying the weather? Are you? Sometimes I wonder if people often think about the magnitude and how stupid it is to care about the opinions of other people. If you care about what someone thinks about you, you really need to rethink your life. You have to understand, people think in their heads isn't none of your business. And it mostly won't matter anyways, because people are so consumed in their lives and wondering what you're gonna think. So, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, you're too much in your fucking head. I just found a bracelet in here, and I don't give a fuck. The bracelet is there now. But see, it's gonna limit you if you really care that much. You can't please everybody in the world. And if you think you can, you're out of luck. There's a lot of people who are just vastly different from you. Some of those people aren't open to figuring out why you are you, and to figure out why you act the way you do. Some people, they just don't care enough, and yeah, some people are gonna think badly of you. I'm not saying that everybody is not thinking about what they think of you, but what I'm saying is when people do, you gotta realize, hey man, I don't give a fuck, and you just continue what you're doing. People said I look Indian, Mexican, white. You know, I think someone said I look Jamaican one time, but it doesn't really matter to me. You know, I never really took those offensively. I actually found it all funny. When people insult me, it's funny to me because it's just like they look more of a retard anyways. So sometimes you take a step back and ask yourself, why? Oh my God. You need to take a step back and ask yourself, why is the person doing that? Because they could be doing it for a reason you don't know. Now see, listen, it doesn't really matter what type of thing you do to make your life better. You could do anything. You could read anything online, any article, any schedule, any diet. All those things have the potential to make your life better. But if you don't stay committed to that thing, it's not going to make your life better. And it most definitely won't do it on its own. Let's say semen retention or NoFap. When you do NoFap, most people start out because, you know, man, I'm gonna get hella pussy, pulling hella hoes and all that stuff. Well, if that is your actual ultimate goal, first of all, you're a fucking retard. And why? Why does it have to be about girls in the first place? How come it can't be about you? How come it can't be about your self-image and who you are? Because when you abstain from that stuff, the longest I've gone is 53 days, all right? And the biggest thing I noticed is you just have a more abundant life. Everything around you is just better. The sky feels better. Like, you just smell better. Every person you see looks beautiful. And you feel alive. That's the biggest thing I've noticed. Everything just is alive. You don't feel like a walking zombie. You know what I mean? And it's not really about the girls, the money, and it's about you. It's all about how you think. Because if you're not thinking correctly, you're not going to get anything in life. You know, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos before, and most of those YouTube videos, you know, I think everybody at some point searched up how to get a girlfriend, how to get this, how to get that. You know, everybody searched something like that up before, all right? And it seems like it's all, deep down inside of you, it seems like it's all for the validation of someone else, to please someone. You think if you get this, and if you get that, and if you get all of these things, you're gonna be happy, and then, oh wow, I'm living the life, yay. No, you're not living the life. You can live the life without nothing. People with nothing who get something are always really happy. So clearly, it's not about the things that you don't have that you want. It's about how you perceive your reality and how you see the things that you don't have. You see that, okay, I don't have that, I'm gonna get it. But just because you don't have it doesn't mean you're not happy. You could be happy without the things you don't have. You could work for the things you don't have. But you shouldn't let that thing that you have determine the happiness within. Because the happiness that comes from within literally comes from within. Why do you think you see all these millionaires and stuff all sad and depressed? Because all these objects don't fill that void that they talk about. And that void is not finding it in yourself to be happy. Because you could have everything in the world and not be happy. Money can bring comfort, but it can't bring happiness. So to conclude, take life as you will, and don't take it too seriously. Take it with a grain of salt. Don't let people fuck with you. Do whatever makes you happy. Don't matter what it is. If doing 5 pounds of heroin every 3 months makes you happy, go for it, man. I'm not here to stop you. You know? Whatever it is that makes you, well, I might have to stop you. But whatever it is that makes you happy, I'ma do it, bro. Remember, the lives that you see online aren't actually their lives. It's mostly like the 1% of their life that you see. Because, like, the other 99% is boring stuff. Like what I'm doing right now. I'm not out. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm in my house recording a YouTube video about whatever the topic of this video is going to be. I don't know what this is. I'm just saying things at the top of my head.
that might make you feel something in your heart and you're like, wow, this guy has a point.
Do whatever makes you happy. Don't let the opinion of other people stop you. You can still take their opinion. Ask them, hey man, what do you think if I do this? They're gonna give you your opinion. And most people don't like it when you change because they don't like adjusting who they are to fit your personality. And they should never try to stop you from doing that. Because if you want to change is hard. Is that hair? No, it's not. Change is hard. And staying dedicated to making a change is even harder because accountability sucks. But you know what it does? It builds your mind and it makes you more responsible for you. Because no one's going to help you get off your lazy ass. Not your mama, not your daddy, not your grandma, not your cousin, not your best friend. At the end of the day, they got their own lives and you got yours. So learn the art of minding your own business and doing what makes you happy. You know, all this other stuff that the other people care about, you know, the shallow external things, it will come to you. But that shouldn't be the main goal. The main goal should be to keep striving just to be better every day. Nothing wrong with wanting to be better every day. That stuff that you want will naturally come to you at that point. That will be the reward for staying dedicated to doing the things you want. I see so many people these days. They aren't doing anything with their lives. They're just wandering weird ass lines. I'm not saying you can't do that, but there has to be a point where you realize, okay, man, I've wasted like a year of doing nothing. You know? Doesn't matter what you're doing. Time is going. Time does not stop. You cannot reverse time. You cannot get time back. So whatever time you're having, use it wisely. And if you felt that you spent that time wisely, then there's nothing wrong. You know, if you felt that you played 15 hours of video games today and wow, man, I spent that so wisely, you know, I did that right, then you did it. You know, you accomplished what you wanted to accomplish. If you accomplished that, great. Some people have different accomplishments though. And those accomplishments that you have will create the person you want to be. So have accomplishments that scare you. Have goals that make you go, I don't know if I could do this, man. Because those are the goals that if you complete them, you're going to be fucking hyped. You're going to be, yeah, I did it. And don't let no one knock you off your fucking tower, bro. Don't let no one. There's a difference between ego and being happy. All right? Put your ego aside because you don't need your ego. All right? Your ego is only there to make you, I don't even know what it's there for. It's just there to make you feel like superior to other people, all right? And the ego does not bring anything positive to you. So just put that down. You do not need it, all right? And just be, whatever happens to you, you become popular, famous, whatever, just be modest about it. Always be humble and modest, all right? Because if you ain't, you got some shit coming to you, bro. Like, real talk, you're gonna get your ass fucked. No homo.